16号牌由来自中国牛壮对阵来自菲律宾马自勒沙江，裁判马江西。18号牌由来自中国台北刘正杰对阵来自中国唐春晓，裁判叶林希。20号牌由来自泰国瓦拉塔姆对阵来自埃及莫赫德莫阿，裁判杨强里。前中家庭组22号牌由来自英国金贝拉对阵来自中国孙源，裁判张娜。24号牌由夏盖尤斯特对阵来自蒙古人铁木真，裁判格雷斯里。前锋26号牌由来自中国周龙对阵来自中国雷玉伟，裁判王鹏轩。28号牌由来自中国徐汉清对阵来自中国陈双友，裁判何秀红。前锋这里30号牌由来自菲律宾加里斯奥科洛对阵来自缅甸杨少杰，裁判张玉。最后登场的是李威海西京距离赛场。本场比赛将由来自英国的 Stephen Alex 对阵来自中国的楚秉杰。主裁判李亚恒，助理裁判杨俊奇、杜立新。这里是正在为各位在包头直播的辽地球杆小姐杯225中18球的初赛超级分站赛包头战，第4天的创办第1轮1到第16场的比赛，各位可以跟随您的选择观看不同的比赛区域。精彩比赛即将开始，让我们共同期待。
Okay, guys, what's going on? Looks like the first rack is underway here. We'll just start with some basics here. So we have information here. This is the round of 32 right now. And they did combine the international players with the Chinese players for this round. whereas previous rounds they kept the Chinese and the internationals separate. Winner of this goes to the round of 16. Still on the winner's side, and I have information as well that we are still in the double elimination phase. So there still might be one more match later tonight, but even with a loss, we're still in the tournament here. Thank you for joining us again. If you guys were here last night, you caught an amazing match. And if you can put in the chat that you were here yesterday or where you're from today, and like it and share it as well, should be a fun few hours of pool. And if the audio is okay, if somebody can put in the chat that we're all good. Or I guess if I'm not good, somebody will say it too. Either way. Looks like his opponent's name is Dejing. Audio's good, great. Sound fine from Dry Prong, LA. Okay. Thank you. So once again, it's not a race to 25. It's best of 25. So it's race to 13. I think maybe in the later stages they might bump it, but for now, 13 is a nice number. Also, if you guys are expecting like a play-by-play, kind of like me going through every shot they're going through, that's not going to happen. I'll give some play-by-plays and some positional shots, but for the most part, it's just going to be chatting, talking about specific shots probably, talking about Alex, talking about the brand, talking about the future. Any questions you guys have about anything? Doesn't have to be all pool related. What's up, Ronald? So it is for people who really don't know the game. So it's like 8-ball, American style 8-ball stripes and solids. But obviously the table looks different. It's got rounded pockets, different cloth, and the pockets are, I believe someone in the chat told me yesterday, 3.33. So way under 4 inches, and they're using American style pool balls. So makes the shots a lot more difficult. You'll notice they play a different strategy on these tables than they would play on North American style tables. And the caliber of play in these rounds is going to be obviously better than the previous rounds, as we can already see. Kong is working on his second break and run. There is a timer on this match, but so far we have never reached the time limit where they've had to concede. So I think we'll be getting in the winner of the race to 13 before the time runs out, guys. And yes, Alex is using carbon fiber made by Pagulayan brand, made in Canada, out later this year. Hopefully soon we'll get to see it. I don't think anyone's ever gone 13 and out on these tables. But, you know, now that I said it, Halifax, Nova Scotia. Welcome. Send some lobster. Is this are they warming up or did this match start? I think it started, guys. For people who I guess don't know, yeah, I was kidding. We knew it started. Dave, it is not the final 16. It is the final 32. I know yesterday I said it was the 32 yesterday, but it's super tough to get relayed information from where these tournaments take place. It's tough to get the brackets. I heard through the grapevine you have to have a special Chinese network chat to get on the internet there to get the brackets and everything. So some of our information comes from third parties and doing our own stuff. So I apologize if my brackets are wrong or if the round is wrong. But the latest update I have is, and from what I saw from another player in this tournament's Facebook page, that this is the round of 32. And it's still double elimination stage. This guy's working on his third break and run. Pot success of 100%. These are ridiculously great. What are you referring to? I hope it's the stream. Or you just opened your Pagulayan package and found a hoodie that you ordered and you're typing in "these are ridiculously great," which you wouldn't be wrong either. Shout out from Hamilton. as we get our first look at the table from Alex here. Also, if I call a stripe a solid by accident, I apologize. I get the same view as you guys here, so obviously it's not the closest, not the greatest. So sometimes I might confuse a stripe for a solid while they're running the balls, and yeah. It looks like everything has a pocket here. I believe the 4 ball in that cluster in the middle goes past the 1 ball in the corner, so no real issues here. Going for the bank on the 5 here. Huge favorite with these bank shots. That's why I don't call shots, guys. But I don't know what he was doing there. I'm not sure. Tricky position. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure what he was trying to do there. Didn't look like a traditional safety, a traditional shot. Maybe a miscue, I'm not sure. Anyways, we'll forget about it and move on. Not only was that obviously a negative result, but he moved that 9 ball off the rail there. That was in a tough spot for him. So, double whammy. But if you guys joined us yesterday, this is how he kind of started out yesterday. And he took it to the hill. Being down, I think, 11-8 was the closest the other guy got to the hill with the deficit, and then it went hill, and Alex broke around on the hill, and here we are. It was a nice comeback yesterday. I saw in the comments, when we posted that came back from Hill, a lot of people, I fell asleep I fell asleep during the match. I turned it off when it was 8-4, 8-5. They were surprised that he won, but yeah, he's got the heart of a lion. Ba-bumch. But yeah, no quit. No quit. Yeah. Is that a mop that Orkoy was wearing on his head? I asked that yesterday if anyone had an answer for that. I think someone mentioned it's like kind of like a gag that he wears when he plays. Like, I don't know. He started wearing it in Vietnam. I see him wearing it in these matches. Sometimes they're different color hair on top. I think it's a gimmick. I'm not sure. He is a pretty funny guy, but he's like comparable to the person playing next to him. Very formal here in China. Our favorite Railbird Richard is here, our favorite. Le Spot in the house. I need some chicken wings and some of Kirby's fish. Let's go. Are you guys watching in Le Spot, or you're just like, you play out of Le Spot? If any of you don't know, Le Spot is one of the oldest and nostalgic pool halls, I guess, in Toronto area, and that's where Alex played out of for many, many years. Lots of friends there. He's got his trophy. Most of his trophies are there. Most of his pictures are there. And when he's back home here in Toronto, you can usually find him there a few days. Playing at the spot. Problem is, this rack's coming from the cluster in the middle, but we'll see how he'll develop it. I guess there's just that one straight ball that he's got to take care of. But where the 9 ball is, I mean, it's almost a guarantee to run into them, no matter which angle you have on the 9. Or just deal with it earlier. Maybe the bank is there on the 9. Maybe the cut is there. We'll see which one he chooses. Since the 80s, yeah, so at least 40 years old. I used to go there a lot, a couple times a week to practice, to play. That's where I learned how to play. That's where I worked on my game for a long time at the spot. He chose the cut on the 9, and I guess you can ask for a little bit better position, but still a super tough cut on these tables. Let's see how he does. Decided to leave himself a little long on the 8, which is okay. Probably about 97% favorite to make this. They need to modernize the look of the Chinese tables. That snooker look is a little boring. These tables are pretty modern. I mean, technology-wise and build-wise. I think it's just the cherry wood rails that are making it look boring. Would you still say they're boring if they had black rails, black wooden rails? I don't know. Or white rails, I think would look nice too. And they're heated. You know, most of these tables have a heat system underneath to keep the cloth temperature the same, to keep it consistent. You know, they're very modern. I mean, Yeah. I guess it's all opinion. I don't know. But I think they would look sleek with like a white rail or a black rail too. Gray cloth on these? I don't know. Maybe. I used to think gray cloth was not good on diamond tables, but then I started playing on the gray cloth and I kind of prefer it now. Yes, the pocket size, 3.33 inches. I believe in another tournament on these tables, they had the pocket size at 3.8, I think, but someone in the chat told me yesterday it was confirmed that they were 3.33. So, I mean, why would they lie? I trust too easily, so we'll go with 3.33. There you go. Thank you for the confirmation. What's up, Woody? Yeah, he might be able. I mean, he's definitely an underdog in this match here. He can get away with some tactical stuff. That's if he gets the opportunity to shoot any tactical shots, But these Chinese players are insane. They don't miss. So for sure, his one pocket knowledge will come into play on racks where there's some more thinking involved. His rotation play will come into play, but it's not really useful if you don't get the opportunities at the table. It's hard to grind these guys down, So we got a more technical answer. 3.34 inches. Call me a liar then. Fine. Yeah, for sure this guy's tough. And he knows how to adapt, He might take some chances that, he wouldn't normally take, but he knows what to do in these situations against certain players. Very adaptable. Right, so this is the round of 32. We're still in double elimination stage. I know yesterday's stream, I was giving the other information that I thought that was the final double elimination stage, but confirmation is this is the round of 32. They mixed the international players with the Chinese players for these rounds. And we're still in double elimination. It's hard to get the correct information coming from China, so sometimes we rely on third parties, sometimes we rely on our own Googling. Even for brackets, I heard that you need to be on a WeChat network just to view the bracket. So Makes sense. Any event where they make you wear a tuxedo must be exclusive. Yeah, for sure. If these Chinese players, move to Americans' tables, it's going to be easy. But it's the same for like snooker players, who entered the U.S. Open 9-ball, like Judd Trump, a couple years ago. Should be easy for him, right? But I don't even think he cashed. Yeah, it's round of 32 packs. I believe on Dennis Arcoyo's Facebook page, he posted all 32 players that are remaining. It's going to be a 4-0 lead. Guys, also, you can visit Pagulayan.net. Pick up some nice t-shirts, some hoodies, some hats, and obviously one of the best chalks on the market today, Pagulayan chalk in blue or green. And gloves. Really fast shipping worldwide. A lot of reviews on our site from pros, from league players, casual players. And our carbon fiber shafts available this year. No exact date yet, but they're going to be here this year. Made in Canada, by the way. If you're not familiar with Fedor Gorst, I'm sure most of you are. He's a Pagulayan chalk user. I'm looking at the final players remaining here. We got, I think, one woman still in there. Siming Chen is still in. A couple English players. Gareth Potts is still in. Stephen Ellis, I believe, is English. And Jack Whelan. And on the TV table, we have Chu Binji. I believe he won the Heyball title last month, the big one. Better who, yeah. Payouts. I don't have all the payouts, but I do have the payout for first place. So first prize for this event right here is 400,000 Canadian. So whatever currency or wherever you guys are in the world, you can convert it. But 400,000 Canadian is can buy a lot of things. Would like to see how Federer and Filler would do in these tournaments. Yeah, don't be surprised to see them here next year. You know, it was kind of like gatekeeping these tournaments for a while. Not Alex gatekeeping them, but you know, nobody wanted to travel. You know, especially for the competition, it's super tough to win one of these, and especially with Chinese 8-ball tables. You know, it takes a lot of practice, a lot of different strategy. I mean, even Alex said he needs a lot more hours of practice to really consider himself a top contender, I would say. He's still a threat, you know. If you run good, you can be a threat. But to really be like, for him to really feel really confident, he said another 1,500 hours on these tables. So take that as you want. I look for him to make this, or you know, even if he doesn't make it, he's going to hit it at a speed where it'll sit nicely in the jaws of the pocket. And he's got that other stripe there to kind of hold the cue ball from scratching. Yeah. There you go. Looks like Alex is getting another comeback victory. For sure. I hope he does it, you know, but I think he's only been at the table 3 times. I think he's only potted 2 balls, 3 balls. So, but yeah. Let's go. Alejandro. I'm going to use his government name. Let's go. It's pretty open spread here. Look for him to run these balls, getting the cue ball cleaned. I think Kong is using some sort of stickier chalk. Pool is definitely a different beast over there in China compared to North America. I think the government really helps them. I think they have a lot of pool schools, a lot of clinics, a lot of academies, and I think the government subsidizes to them as well. And a little incentive to go pro. If this guy's, if Kong Dejing, if his nickname isn't King, I'm gonna be disappointed. That's a nice speed. That is a nice speed. That's all you need on these tables. You know the term pocket speed, but I think on these tables it's pocket speed minus 10% of the speed. So pocket speed with one of those little deficit arrows. Got to find the sweet spot of ball control to where the pocket will accept these balls, kind of like that. Obviously, you hit that a little too firm, but most likely 20% less power and it goes in. These jaws are unforgiving. It very rarely hits both jaws and drops like it does sometimes. Or even sometimes if you hit the first diamond on a cut shot and it spins in because of your speed or the spin transfer, that's not going to happen on these tables. So we see a safety attempt to get behind there. Missed it. Most likely he'll try the cut down the rail if that is a straight ball, which I think it is. Maybe not. Maybe it's a solid. Like I said, I have the same view as you guys of the table. So sometimes I might confuse a strike with a solid. Wow. Can we timestamp that one? Wow, what a shot. What a shot. Yeah, look for that shot later on our Facebook page. That is a huge, never mind the jump shot. Fine, great shot. But to be able to get out after that and build some sort of momentum and show this King Kong Dejing that he's not just going to be run over, and give up down 5-0. Be nice to go on a little run here. A break-in run here would be good. Maybe a nice solid defensive shot. But definitely a huge statement with that jump shot, in my opinion. I know Federer is, a fan of these Heyball and events. He does sometimes pop into the chat here as well. So don't be surprised if you see him pop in the chat. We got to represent the Spot Billiard Lounge up top as well. Normally where you would find Alex at all hours of the day, 24 hours a day, back when he was up and coming, winning titles. And if you're ever in the Toronto area, go check it out. Go see Marco. Tell him Adam sent you and he'll tell you to leave. I'm just kidding, guys. But go check it out. You'll hear my dog barking. I apologize. Nice safety there, kind of containing. You know, it's the best you can do. I just meant if sometimes people in the chat would be like, shut that dog up. I have 2 dogs and they just went outside, and when they come back in, they know they're getting their midnight snack, so they have to remind. Can't show my dog. I mean, I think I might have some pictures on my Facebook page. I'm not sure. You guys can follow me on there. We're only here for Doggo, Alex's bonus. Yeah. Let me go in the chat here actually and type my Facebook in there. There you go, guys. Just gonna see some messages here. Hang on. Those sounds you might hear is my dog also chewing his snack, so that's not me. On my Facebook page, I post pool content, some Alex content as well. So if you're interested in that, and also on TikTok as well. My name on TikTok is The Deep End. You can follow me there. Post a lot of cool content on there. Some tutorial stuff, some runouts, some training, some drills. Yeah. I'm not a professional. Just for hobby, more or less. But you guys can decide for yourself. as we see the carbon fiber shaft in action here. I believe there's direct quote from Alex saying, if I knew you guys were going to make them this good, I would have switched earlier. So take that as you will. Available this year, guys. Curious question here. Why can't the refs watch from one spot? Lots of reasons. They need to be able to see where the cue ball is in relation to other balls. Maybe the player will hit the cue ball when they're doing their practice strokes and touch it a little bit. The ref needs to see these angles. The ref needs to see if balls are touching rails. They position themselves tactically. You know, these refs go through training as well. They know where to stand for each shot, depending where the cue ball is on the table. What's your Fargo rate, Mr. Commentator friend? Good question. So I have a game for you. You can watch my videos on Facebook and TikTok and then put your guess what you think my Fargo is. We'll see how close you are. But I don't play a lot of tournaments. Maybe 3 or 4 local tournaments a year. If I have the time. It's tough for me to dedicate my weekends to tournaments. But I don't have a very high robustness, but let's see how good your Fargo guessing game is. Oi, slow down. Very lucky to 456 Fargo. Yeah, right. Sorry, I don't mean any offense to 456 Fargos, but no, I'm not 456. 636. I like this game. 680. Wow. I think you guys are just being nice. You know we're not doing any giveaways today, right? We don't need to be that nice. You know, I credit a lot of my development in my game over the last 5 years to the guy you're watching on screen right now. We've talked a lot of pool. We've hung out a lot the last couple of years. I've been with him to a few major tournaments over the last few years, staying together for weeks, you know, days and weeks, just talking pool with him, and obviously some coaching. He's a well of knowledge, guys. He's very tactical, very, very smart. I could talk to him 16 hours a day. I'd probably still be a 550. I don't believe that. I mean, obviously you would know more than I would, but he says, Zach Robbins, if you scroll up, I'll just put in the chat again. He says little things to you, about, he doesn't try and change your stroke or tell you things, but he will give you little bits of knowledge or position shots or ways to hit the cue ball that you wouldn't normally think of, or maybe someone explained to you and you didn't understand, but he's got a way of explaining things on the table that just makes sense. And for me, I absorb that information. And I try and pass that on as well. So why gatekeep these things? Mike Fisher, what's up? 680. No, we were playing a game. I was asking people to guess my Fargo based on my videos. So, yeah. I haven't told them the answer yet because we're still playing. As we look at a 6-2 score and our first break of the match, we break, I think, after 8 racks, and after 14 racks, I think, are the breaks. But yes, talking pool can help you, but you need to put in the time on the table as well. You need to find your stroke. There you go, bro. Someone found it. So about a year and a half ago, I was a little bit over 500. But obviously, there's a big difference in your practicing and your competition game. You might be like, oh yeah, like ask people to guess in the chat. I mean, sometimes you feel like you play like a 620. Sometimes you play like you're 568. It's consistency. But like I said, I only play like 4 tournaments a year when I have the time. I mostly just play by myself. As people who know me and see me, they know I always like to practice, film videos, help out where I can, pass on information that I know. Yeah. I like these scheduled breaks. Much better pool fan than pool player. Yeah, I know a lot of those people. And they're still pretty good players. For me, I prefer playing, obviously, but I'm a fan as well. All right, back from break. Sorry, guys, I was a bit distracted there. Back from break, down 6-2, race to 13, best of 25. Still in double elimination stage, round of 32. For any confusion, for new people that are coming in, I know yesterday's stream I did say it was round of 32 yesterday, but we get a lot of third-party information. We don't really have a bracket to view, so we got to trust the sources that we're getting it from. Sometimes Alex doesn't get to us in time, and we got to figure it out. It's tough to communicate with him from over there. And to view the bracket, you need a Chinese server and a Chinese WeChat program to even view the bracket. So that's what we're dealing with here, and that's what they're dealing with over there, guys. Hopefully we can get the first rack here back from break and continue the momentum that we had. And also on the carbon fiber shaft that Alex is using, he's also using Pagulayan tip, also available later this year. There's only 3 out there on the market right now for testing. And yours truly has been using one for the last couple months. And if I could leave a review, it would be 5 stars. And we got butts coming too, guys, but let's focus on the shafts first. Butts are coming too. Just got the Heyball to worry about here. Prototype tester. Yeah, that, you know, the job was on Indeed. It said product tester. So I applied, and look where I am now. Of course it hurts. Of course. Hate to see it. But he still has the 13 and 14 to deal with there. I think that's the 13 and 14. Obviously, one of them is bankable, but also can run into them as well. Probably use that ball closest to the side pocket there to go into them. Nudge it a bit. But still, Kong is probably a favorite to get out here. Or sorry, to get out or to win the frame with a good safety play as well. Anytime he's at the table, when Alex is sitting, he's probably a favorite to win the game. Case in point. Well, that's an unfortunate spot that he moved that ball to. I mean, unless it cuts in the side. I'm pretty sure it cuts in the side. And he's got a pretty good angle to get on that side of it with this ball here. But definitely not planned there. Definitely not. It's cuttable. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. You know, you think there's a lot of chalk brands in North America. There's like probably 5 times as many different chalk brands over there. So that's disappointing. But on the bright side, guys, there might be another match later tonight. We'll find out for you. And if there is, most likely it'll be streamed. There's definitely going to be another match because this is still double elimination. It's just a matter of when. And obviously, we want to stay on the winner's side. Guys, chat. Where are you guys from? Put it in. Let's see. He doesn't look settled in compared to yesterday's match. But obviously the tides can turn at any moment. You know, sometimes you're shooting and all of a sudden you hit one ball really well and you're like, okay, this is it. This is what I needed. And then you just go in robot mode. But it's really tough. But if anybody can do it, you know, you're following the right page and watching the right stream of the person who can do it. No stranger to high pressure situations. World champion. Literally. Mississippi, living in Tennessee, North Carolina. Exactly, Anthony. He didn't look settled first. But, you know, yesterday's match, I think he can afford, you know, 1 or 2 mistakes per every 3 racks, let's just say, where here, you know, can't really. A Filipino in New Jersey. There you go. I believe Kong opened up with a 2 or 3. All right. I'm not saying anything until this is dropped, but 7-3, guys. 1 game at a time. Does look like a nice venue. Looks very professional, organized. They always start on time. I even think they sing the national anthem before each day starts. Maybe one day I'll make it out there to China. Not to play. Maybe to watch. As the cue ball goes right in there on one of his nice breaks. I think he scored 5 balls on the break. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, whatever. 4 balls. Unfortunate. Will the winner of this match go on to win the tournament? I don't know. The loser of this match could even still win the tournament. Because we're still in double elimination stage. But there's a name Chu Benji that's in this tournament who is a force. And there's one woman left in the tournament, Siming Chen. I've met her a few times. Very nice. They all play good, Anthony. They all play good. But yeah, Dennis plays good Chinese 8-ball. I agree. And if you're wondering why they call it Heyball, and you're like, why do they call this Heyball? It's such a stupid name. It sounds so childish. No. So found out that Hei in Chinese means black. So translates to black ball, which is the game they play on these tables in England, black ball, I guess. But anyways, that's why it's called Heyball. They didn't just choose a random name. The more you know. Yeah, he picked this rack apart from the scratch on the break, and Alex obviously not looking too thrilled sitting over there. Unfortunate, but 8-3. Yeah, for sure. But I don't even think Siming Chen, she wasn't even there, was she? No. But Jasmine played really well that tournament. I caught some highlights. I think I watched one match. Yeah, Jasmine's always a threat in women's only tournaments. Good for her. Anyways, guys, if you like the commentary, if you like the stream, the free stream that we provide for all his matches, share it, like it. It helps get it out there. And people might not know that this match is going on, and they want to tune in, introduce them to the game, introduce them to Alex, introduce them to Pagulayan brand. Share it and like it. As we see the legend in the chat coming in, Paul Thornley, champion himself, mentor of Alex for years. Alex would not be the player he is today without Paul Thornley. So there you go. Does 8 on the break count in Heyball? So the rule is if you make the 8 on the break, it's the player's option for a re-rack, I believe. A re-rack or, what was the ruling? It's not a win. No, it's not a win. I think there's a re-rack. Or the option is they can spot it and continue the rack, or the player has the option to break again. I believe that's the rule. I'll be corrected if someone knows, probably. But I'm like 80% sure. We're still not out of it yet, guys. You know, lots of time left. But it's tough to win games when you're sitting in the chair. Still needs to develop the 8-ball. So we might get one more inning at the table. Yeah, the cheater break takes it away. Agree, but I don't think these guys are angle players looking for ways to win like that. They're very technical. They want to perform. They want to show their skill. They want to win gracefully in these tournaments, in my opinion. That's a bittersweet shot. I mean, he freed up the 8, but obviously not the greatest cue ball. Ball in hand will be interesting here. Oh, wow, he could see it? Sorry, guys, my angle looked like he was completely hooked. I have the same angle as you guys. Very tough to see when it's on that end of the table, but I thought he was behind the 8-ball. He overcut that one, I think. Here's our chance. I don't know if Alex was waiting for another player to move, or he took a long time to get up from the chair there. Maybe he was hyping himself up for standing up. But we got an open layout here. No clusters. The 1 ball looks like it could be a bit of a problem from where it is in the middle of the rail, close to the rail. Tough to move it. There's no balls around where he can move it, kind of. He might play that orange ball at a speed where it'll rest in the corner pocket, or go for the bank with a built-in safety, or just a safety straight. We'll see. Looked like he played the safety 100%, and actually that's a great shot. And guys, if the player scratches on the 8, it's not a loss of game, even if he scores the white ball. If he scores the white ball, it's still not a loss of game. And I believe flukes count on the 8 ball as well. Can someone confirm that for me? I know that flukes count on object balls, and I believe flukes count on 8 balls as well. He can swerve it, or I might have to kick at it 1 rail. We'll see. I think he's swerving a bit. He might actually go in the corner. Wow. Fired it in. Crazy. But in the same breath, Alex could have played a little bit of a better safety there. But we're not blaming anybody. We're just enjoying some good pool. Yeah, my reaction is the same. Ike. What a shot. 9-3, race to 13. 10-4 race. Dry break. Let's go. Yeah, a lot of players using snooker cues in this tournament. I think his last two opponents were using snooker cues as well. One of them was a snooker player, Tomlinson, and the other guy, Michael Hill. I think he's a British player. Yeah. Let's effing go, Pare. Yes. After this tournament, might play one more of these events and then start planning his way back to North America for some U.S. tournaments coming up in August. There's the U.S. Open, third week of August. And there's, I believe, the International Open that's in Florida the week before or the week after. I'm not sure. But he's coming back to North America for August. And then after that, maybe back home to Toronto for some time. Brutal miss. Yeah, the safety wasn't locked up there. Obviously, he wanted to freeze him behind that ball. The previous rack. There were other options there too. But, yeah. So, let's see here. We got the World Pool Championships in Saudi coming up that he'll be attending. Then the World 8-Ball in Vietnam, always a fun time in Vietnam. And then one more 9-ball event here in China before coming back to North America. So lots of events coming up. Hopefully we can get some live streams going from Vietnam. That's always a fun place to watch pool from. As well, if you want to send the greatest comeback in history to your friends, you can share the stream and like the stream so they can witness the 9-3 comeback. WNT events just aren't the same on pay-per-view. Chat on YouTube was one of the best and worst parts during those tournaments. Yeah, I guess it all depends on the viewer's preference of how they like to watch pool. Some people like play-by-play analysis of position shots. Oh, he's going to go for the 11 ball, then this ball, and come behind here, come position this way. Some people like that. Some people like just, situational commentary mixed in with just general conversation. I don't know. Sometimes I prefer both. Depends how I feel. Depends who's playing as well. My favorite commentator to listen to, Jeremy Jones. I am here for Doggo, and I need the chat and the community. It's not the same without it. Yeah. This is our safe space, guys. No one can hurt us here. I think he's just showing off now. He's in exhibition mode. A spot billiard lounge in the left corner of the screen. If you're ever in Toronto area, check it out. Get the chicken wings. (10-3), breaking. It's going to be a quick match. It's either going to be a quick match or it's going to be a 3.5-hour match. We're hoping for a 3.5-hour match. Oops. My phone dropped. This guy's an absolute monster. They're all monsters. They're all monsters. Why can't they just say rates of 13 instead of 25? Yeah. Even in other Heyball events, even for the 9-ball Duya events, they put the total up there. I don't know. I guess it might be the same way why some places do the date and the month the opposite way, or some countries use army time instead of standard time. Who knows? I don't know. But yeah, if I was running these things, I would put race to 13. I don't know. I'm a good commentator. Thank you. Appreciate it. I'm not really a commentator, but I just like to hang out and talk pool and keep you guys entertained instead of listening to the sounds of pool balls. Even though sometimes that's good. ASMR? ASMR, yeah, that's the word. But I try and keep a good mix of letting you guys watch and talking. And my annual review is coming up soon, so I'm going to screenshot that comment. Appreciate it. You can follow me on Facebook. I can put it in the chat again. You can follow me on TikTok as well. Yeah, you know, it's fun to do when you got good matches going on, when you have a free evening. Yeah. I also work with Pagulayan brand. Go check it out, pagulayan.net. T-shirts, hoodies, gloves. One of the best chalks on the market. Some of you might have met me before from Derby City, from the Predator Open in Las Vegas, from other events that we've had our Pagulayan booth up there. We'll be back at those events next year as well. So check us out. Yes, the booth at Derby was when we officially launched the brand. That was our first setup there. So chances are, if you got it from the booth at Derby, you got it from me, or you got it from Alex, or you got it from our other partner. Yep. Yes, the socks. Don't give away our secret. But yes, most orders, if not all of them, get a little gift in there. Justin just ruined the surprise. Thanks, bro. Can you send your socks back? Just kidding. Keep them. Socks are really comfortable. They are. I'll agree with you. I'm just kidding, Justin. I'm sure you will take another pair. We have lots. We have lots. So go to pagulayan.net. Put your orders in. Always come with a free gift, some free extras. Appreciate it, guys. The socks. Have the logo. They are black socks. They're very good quality cotton. They're not high cut. They're not low cut. They're like medium cut socks. And they have Pagulayan on the ribbing where the ankle part is written in words, kind of like how it's on the screen right now in white, but the socks are black. Very comfy. Will you guys be in Atlantic City, New Jersey? Yes. That'll be for the US Open. Barring any like emergencies or schedule conflicts. But yeah, should be there. Alex will be there 100%, barring any emergencies or scheduling changes. And I am hoping to be there as well. I'm about 50% right now, depending on my schedule. But yes, I'm hoping to be there. We won't be having a booth there this year. But if I am there, I will have lots of product with me. So if you're looking for chalk or gloves or anything like that, I will have some on me. But obviously, keep checking our Facebook page as well. Were you the one wearing the Pagulayan shirt at the tournament? I think there were a lot of people wearing a Pagulayan shirt at the tournament. I mean, we were selling them. A lot of people wearing them, so chances are if I was at the tournament and I was working, I was wearing Pagulayan gear, for sure. How so, John? How so? Sorry, I missed. What are we referring to? How so? And maybe out today, Alex. No, Kelly. We're still in double elimination round. I know yesterday there's some confusion with that, but we got confirmation today that we're still in double elimination round. We're in the round of 32 right now, so still another match lined up with a loss. Maybe the match will be at 4:30 in the morning. Maybe it'll be right after this, but stay tuned to our Facebook page and we'll update it and we'll stream it live if it is going on. Oh, he said Derby would be different in 2026. He's talking about the rule changes in the one pocket tournament. There's pretty significant rule change for the one pocket event Derby next year. Something to do with if there's a certain amount of balls up table, they're going to do a re-rack. And the matches they cut the time on the matches as well. It's not a handicap tournament, no. Yeah, John, if you look on, I think it might be on the official Derby website, but they have all the rule changes on there. I think the main thing was they want to take away the up table game where you're pushing balls up table. It turns those kind of games into like 7-hour sets, you know. Anyways, that's a bad position shot, but I think this guy just wants to put on an exhibition, to be honest with you. Oh no, I thought he was on the 8. My bad. It's very confusing, these stripes and solids, with the angle I have here. Same as you guys, it's hard to see. First place pays 400,000 Canadian. So I'm not sure what that is where you are in the world for your currency, but I might scratch. No. Wow. But yeah, 400,000 Canadian. Which is like 330,000 US. So it's not pocket change. Yeah, he's fairly new to Heyball and Chinese 8-ball. But yeah, there's no handicap or spots in these tournaments. I'm not sure when the next match is going to be. Hopefully I can stick around and do some more of this for the next match, depending on what time it is. If it's tomorrow, then most likely. I know yesterday he would have had to play at 4:30 Eastern time, 4:30 in the morning Eastern time. That's a bit late for me to stay up, but we'll see, guys. Yeah, for sure it takes balls to play in this, but you know, he's an underdog in these events, but not too far of an underdog. You know, he's very capable of taking one of these down. You know, he's been in playing in China for a couple months now. A couple of these events on these tables and these caliber of players, 9-ball as well on these tables, and he had some pretty impressive finishes. You know, top 8 a couple times, top 16, and you know, any of those ones could have gone either way to bring him to the quarterfinals. So yeah, he just didn't get off to a good start today in this match, but he's got another one coming up, so we're not out of it yet. Pro level. You're correct. You know, China's very, very accommodating to their players. You know, it's a pleasure to play there. Don't be surprised if you see a lot more Americans in these events next year, and Canadians. Well, yeah. One game at a time. Let's go. For some reason as well, in these types of tournaments, they always keep the international players and the Chinese players separate from playing each other until the round of 32. I don't know the reasoning behind that. I guess they want to give the international players a chance. Haha. But yeah, so the round of 32 is where they do a redraw and where they combine Chinese and international together. For your information. Yeah. I hear you, Ed. I mean, I'd much rather see these refs than have to look at John Lehman No, I'm just kidding. He's a good guy. Yeah, something tells me Trump wouldn't want these refs in America. Something tells me. Anyways, we're leaving politics out of this. Another round today. Is there another round today? Possibly. There's another round for sure. We just don't know the time yet. It could be at 4:30 in the morning. It could be at 4:30 Eastern time in the morning. It could be right after this one. We'll have to get an update from Alex after the match finishes, or from someone there. But we will stream it once we find out when it is. It might be tomorrow morning. It might be tomorrow night. But yeah, there will be another round. I'm not sure if I'll be on the commentary for that round, depending on what time it's at. But yeah. On the hill. King Kong Dejing is on the hill. So just like the stream, share the stream, and stay put your notifications on for the next match. We're gonna do our best to stream it for you guys. But even after this, there's lots of tournaments coming up where we will do our best to give you guys the free stream. Maybe another opportunity at the table. Maybe not. He'll most likely choose stripes here. Unless he can put that 2 in the side and break that cluster. Which looks like he might be doing. Or choosing that stripe there. Yeah. Stripes it is. Guys, it's been fun. The body language of Alex, the body language of Kong Dejing tells a story. Next match, hopefully we bounce back. Still in the tournament, guys. No, not single elimination. This is still in a double elimination round of 32. Like I said, if you're just joining, there was confusion in the last stream. I mentioned that that was the last double elimination stage, but no, the redraw. So here they combine the players, international and Chinese, and we're still in double elimination stage. So There's one more match for Alex, pending a loss here. Could be in a few hours. It could be 12 hours from now. We'll find out for you. Another match will be coming up, guys. I believe 128 players started, and we're down to 32. Still in double elimination. I think that's it, guys. If you liked the commentary, if you liked the stream, like the page, share it, and stay tuned to our Facebook page for the next match. It could be shortly. Could be shortly. How many paychecks are given? I guess you mean how many spots do they pay? I don't have the complete bracket that says that, but usually they start at top 16 once the double elimination stage is complete. They usually start to pay when players reach the redraw single elimination. No problem, Len. Appreciate you watching again. Thank you, Richard. Thank you. What's the Facebook page? It's Alex's Facebook page. It's the page that you're watching from YouTube. Okay. Yeah, it's Pagulayan Facebook page. Just follow that. You can turn on your notifications, and we always give an alert when we're going live. Awesome. Great. I'm going to sign off, guys. So thank you for watching. Thanks for keeping me company as much as I kept you guys company. And we'll see you on the next stream. See you guys. No problem, Harry. No problem. Nice to see you. Good night, guys.